official sizzler. Rodigan.
None of mercy. David Rodigan.
David Rodigan, do it like no other cat.
On the track. 1XTRA in New York with David Rodigan.
Yo, Rodigan, you're the original one. Ruling dancehall from 19 how long. So tell some sound boys if you move back way. Them a hurry come up, them can't stay about ya. Boom, to the T. Kill them for real. Rodigan. Real big man. Send it along. Oh, mama. Oh, papa. You should have seen that little sound. The first time Roddy come a New York, in the sound clash enough sound boy they laugh. And all the people them a jump and a laugh. So Roddy play this sound like him a G-pop star. So Roddy now go a Rikers Island. Roddy now go a Rikers Island. Law-abiding citizen the man. We come from outer England. So Roddy now go a Rikers Island. Oh no, hear me now. I'm saying oh no. Oh, you have some out of order slacky tidy sound man. A curse bad word and a real up and galang. Here comes the cops, me say one by one, putting handcuffs up on them and them say, Rodigan, you're the champion. You know fi play a song and nice obsession. So you now go a Rikers Island. Roddy now go a Rikers Island. Rodigan, you're the champion. And you now go a Rikers Island. Boy, I'm saying, boy. Well, oh mama, I wish you were around to see how sound boys get laid down. The real veteran treat them like a clown. Rodigan, you control the town. So you now go a Rikers Island. Roddy now go a Rikers Island. Rodigan, you're the champion. Rodigan are the real big man. I'm saying, boy, the first time Roddy come a New York, in a sound clash, no sound boy they laugh. The crowd of people them a jump and a laugh. So Roddy play the sound 'cause him a chief of staff. No sound boy get dead in a the park. Roddy now go a Rikers Island. Rodigan are the champion. Say Roddy now go a Rikers Island. Rodigan are the real big man. Roddy now go a Rikers Island. Rodigan, you are the big man. David Rodigan, real champion. So Roddy now go a Rikers Island. No way. No night, no day.
Rikers Island Cockatoo Dubplate special. Thank you to Trevor Nelson. Large up yourself, Mr. Nelson. Back next Sunday, of course. Right here on BBC Radio 1XTRA. Another week on the show, and I'm showing off another one of my personalised dubplates. From Cockatoo, about Rikers Island in New York. Well, near New York, the infamous prison. And the reason I've done that is because tonight is a very special show about the art of sound clashing. A dubplate cutting and the thrill of having a record in your box that you know nobody else has. And if you're a regular listener to this show, you'll know that I've been in New York with my 1XTRA team, and we've been shining a spotlight on the influence that Jamaican music has had on sound system history and culture in the Big Apple. So this week I invited legendary New York sound systems and selectors to Irie Jam Radio in Queens to showcase, wait for it, their top 5 dubplates. I can hear sound boys and sound girls all over the world listening to BBC now going, oh my gosh, we're going to get some dubplates. You certainly are. You're going to get dubs that you won't hear anywhere else. Tonight, you are going to hear dubplates from Bobby Kondas of Massive B Sound, Earth Ruler one of the most feared sound systems in New York and one of the most respected sounds. Tony Screw, the legend of Downbeat The Ruler sound, of course, that has the most exclusive Studio One dubs in the world that no one can get. And the Iron Fist of New York, the legendary King Addies. They are all going to be playing their top 5 dubs. I have to warn you that if you're easily offended, this show is about soundboys beating each other up. Not literally, in the dance, and therefore some of the language used in some of the tracks could perhaps be, a little bit stronger than you're used to in this show, so you have been warned. But before I hand you over to those sounds to show off their dubs, I thought I'd sneak in 2 of my own famous New York sound system cuts from an artist who was originally, of course, born in Cockburn Pen in Kingston, Jamaica, and made his name on the great Kilimanjaro sound before he jumped on a plane in the early 80s and went to New York, which is where he's now based. Of course, I'm talking about Supercat, so I'm going to splash a couple of my Supercat dub plates right now.
Well, what's here? You say, look a sound boy, once I look a boy, I pose up and I go on with it, we say, Radia, daddy. So the money are compulsory and they run up in a daddy or say simple atrocity. So the money about 30 for Ram dance all and party. The whole long for 1,000,000 years now in my rocketed bargee. Radia daddy. One look a boy, I'm here tell him Radia daddy. One look a boy, I'm here tell him Radia daddy. One look a boy and I run up in a compulsory. One look a boy and Radia the authority. How to make we come down, watch out, make we come down, make we come. How to make we come down, Radia come down. Watch out, make we come down, make dung. But what them a gonna do when Rodigan come, boys? Give him the mic and we'll sit and sit down. Father of the Father and the Son, him and the Son. Father make a move and then the Son him make a run. Tell them Rodigan and me say him a let down. How much sound boy on the ear gone underground? Well, give them a run, hey, give them a run, hey, give them a run, Rodigan, give them a run, boys, give them a run, give them a run, boys. And I better run up and down. Things are ready to done. Things are ready to done. Things are ready to done. And Rodigan just a let down, boys. Things are ready to done. Things are ready to done. Oh, now watch out and make him come down. Make him come down. Watch out, make him come down. Make him come down. Watch out, little boy. Rodigan a come down. What them a gonna do when a Rodigan a come? Hey, give him the mic and wanna run go hide fast. Tell them Roddy step up in a A class. Bow and salute and make a Rodigan pass. Hey, some say him sweet like milk out the glass. Some say him stinking like steak on the grass. Wanna put him neck up on the block and wanna catch up it off. Look it in a wheelbarrow, carry down a walk. Well him up, he come back and down, skate tear off. Him no kin teeth, no green teeth, him no come here something laugh. Tell them Rodigan and him and see fast. And here, out to make him come down, make him a come down. Watch out, make him come down, make him come down. Watch out, Radia come down. And him a, me say down. Watch how much a sound boy gone underground. Sound boy I lick them head and them no stop tumble down. See them a tumble down, see them a tumble down, see them a tumble Roddy have you one of them a tumble down. And never know watch them till when them gone underground. Man so them over man them done, that done cover down them man them over and make down. Out to make we come down, make we come down. Watch out, make we come down, make we come. Out to make we come down, Roddy ya come down. Watch out, make we come down, make dung. But what them a gonna do when Rodigan come, boys? Give him the mic and we'll sit and sit down. Father of the Father and the Son, him and the Son. Father make a move and then the Son him make a run. Tell them Rodigan and me say him a let down. How much sound boy on the ear gone underground? Well, give them a run, hey, give them a run, hey, give them a run, Rodigan, give them a run, boys, give them a run, give them a run, boys, give them a run and I better run up and down. Things are ready to done. Things are ready to done. Things are ready to done. And Rodigan just a let down, boys. Things are ready to done. Things are ready to done. Oh, now watch out and make him come down. Make him come down. Watch out, make him come down. Make him come down. Watch out, little boy. Rodigan a come down. What them a gonna do when a Rodigan a come? Hey, give him the mic and wanna run go hide fast. Tell them Roddy step up in a A class. Bow and salute and make a Rodigan pass. Hey, some say him sweet like milk out the glass. Some say him stinking like steak on the grass. Wanna put him neck up on the block and wanna catch up it off. Look it in a wheelbarrow, carry down a walk. Well him up, he come back and down, skate tear off. Him no kin teeth, no green teeth, him no come here David Roddy have you well, never double down. Never watch them sitting on them gone on the ground, man. So them over, man. Them done, that done. Cover down them, man. Them over, and men down.
David Rodigan in New York.
Well, it's some little guy come talk with him a front teeth, gold teeth, side teeth, column teeth, piper and castle and then Rodigan will kill one if a boy was stick out kill about 21 or 41. Fuck, you don't want to test it down? Where them want for ram it up. I Mr. Rodigan, them want figure rip it up. And all the blank card style and them a pick it up. From in a London town where them touch it up. When Mr. Rodin at the place and them a brush it up. And Mr. Rodin at the place a figure rip it up. Say dan da da dan da dan da da dan da da dan da da. Me all them say Rodigan a dan da da. No boy no go test a Mr. Rodigan. Fall off of the angel come fi fan him with the eagle's feather. A boy try something then we a go turn it over. You sleep on wire we sleep in fire. I tell you Rodigan him come fi catch a place of fire. Fire. Hey, them want for ram it up. Jam on the dog on style and them a touch it up. I Mr. Rodigan style and them a pick it up. But dan da da dan da dan da da dan da da dan da da. We all them say Mr. Rodigan da da. Jam on come make me hear it from the youth of Kentire. They want them in a jungle man over Rima. You walk from jungle go straight over Rima. Taking on your back and man it touch up on a shoulder. Come on come fi test me say pick it with and no bother. Don't tell them Papa Roddy man him rolling forever. And anytime he come the whole place catch a fire. Him licking like lightning, Master God thunder. Jam on it coming like a Kawasaki under. If I come with a confidence about fake it with and no bother. Don't tell them Rodigan him come fi roll them forever. And anytime he come the whole place catch a fire. Fire. And but the way them want for ram it up. I Mr. Rodigan them want fi go touch it up. And anything away him hold him I go brush it up. And anything away him hold him I go itch it up. And anything away him hold him I go mash it up. Say dan da da dan da dan da da dan da da dan da da. Someone come make we hear it from the youth of Kentire. They want them in a London, they want them in a fire. They want them from jungle, from over in a Rima. Tell them Rodigan him born as a dan da da. A boy no go test a Mr. Roddy and follow. The angel come be fan him with the eagle's feather. An elephant junk away him drinking the water. Hear me now dope, me say hear me now super. Hear me now dope, me say dog eat your supper. I rather eat the bread with the slice them with butter. Jaman and this are you just like a Satan dagger. Jaman it go fit look like a Satan maca. The youth a come look like a Gabriel hammer. The youth a come slap like a Sterling chopper. You say the Rodigan you want to talk to me proper. Prop.
One Extra in New York with David Rodigan.
BBC Radio 1 Extra at the Irie Jam Studios in New York. And we are about to start a Dubplate extravaganza. And who better to start it with than the one and only Bobby Kondas. Not only is this man a legend in terms of broadcasting on Hot 97 in the Big Bagel, aka the Big Apple, but he's also a sound system legend, and he's also a man who's produced enough records. Bobby, we salute you for all you've done, especially for dancehall culture, but for roots as well. We know you love the music with a passion, and you have come here today to share your all-time favorite top 5 dubplates, because sound system is everything to you. When did you start in the game?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for having me, and then thank you for the contribution and all the love you showing the Massive B family all the way from Brooklyn on your side. So with that being said, we started around, like I was a street DJ, and then I started Massive B around 1991. You know, I was kind of popular in the streets from, you know, some house productions I did and some reggae hip hop things I did. And I was in the streets, hard body, and then I started Massive B Sounds, and then I started my label as well.
Without further ado, I am on the edge of my seat. You're going to play your 5 biggest dubs. Number 1, Bobby Kondas.
Number 1 is artist I got to meet and I voiced in Junior One Blood studio. This had to be 1993-4, and Garnet Silk.
Wow.
Massive sound run things every time, man. Nobody can just big up yourself, man. Jabba, don't worry yourself, man. Garnet Silk with the silky voice, man, for the Bobby Kondas sound. Massive sound every time. Easy to remember. We've come a long way. We've come a long way, yeah. And if the sound just, hey, watch this. No sound, no sound, no sound, no sound, no sound can defeat us. No sound can defeat us. Massive is dangerous.
No one can stop us from rhyming dance.
Massive.
No sound can stop us from rhyming dance. No way. Massive is the best in music. Oh, it's like magic. The world knows Massive is the best, and so they've got to admit no sound can defeat us. No sound can defeat us. Massive is dangerous. No one can stop us from rhyming dance. No sound can stop us from rhyming dance. No way. When I think of Massive sometimes, happiness just fill my mind. Massive make a sound more blind. Massive is a one of a kind. No sound can defeat us. No sound can defeat us. Massive is dangerous. No one can stop us from rhyming dance. No sound can stop us from rhyming dance now. Picking up your chest so much you ran the town. Remember this world is big and round. Massive will pick you up and put you where you can't be found. No sound can defeat us. No sound can defeat us. Massive is dangerous. No one can stop us from rhyming dance. No sound can stop us from rhyming dance. No. No sound can defeat us. No sound can defeat us. Massive is dangerous. No one can stop us from rhyming dance. I mean it. No sound can stop us from rhyming dance. No. No way. Yeah.
One Extra in New York.
Garnet Silk. Not many people have him on dub, but Bobby Kondas does. Bobby on BBC Radio 1 Extra in New York. Dub number 2, please, Bobby.
Dub number 2 is the Crown Prince of Reggae. Another artist I have to big up, Junior Reid. I voiced this in his studio as well. Dennis Emmanuel Brown with Burro Banton on the intro.
Massive sound, the original sound, man. Run things in a New York, Jamaica, England. Anywhere you go, a massive sound road. Step up Dennis Brown and deal with them kids.
Do you know what it means to taste the champion sound? And what it takes to give a little sound. Trying to taste Massive, but Massive, yes, in God throw you down. Whoa, down, yeah, whoa, yeah. Take it away. Do you know what it means to taste the champion sound? And what it takes to give a little sound. Trying to taste Massive, but Massive, yes, you gonna throw you down. Whoa, down, yeah, whoa, yeah.
David Rodigan in New York. One Extra.
We're talking about the impact of sound system culture here in New York, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens. Bobby, how important is sound system culture here?
Well, I feel like in the 90s and all the way through the early mid-2000s and even in the 80s, obviously, it was extremely important because that's where we would hear the music. You know what I'm saying? We would hear the dubplate. You would have to, to go put your work in, you'd have to fly to Jamaica or you go to a Don Juan studio or you go somewhere and link up with the artist then, and basically I lived in a project building and had my own studio in my apartment.
You had your own studio in your apartment in the project?
Yeah, 1991.
In Brooklyn?
In Brooklyn. I flipped my money. I bought a 24-track 2-inch machine for 20 GUS, and then I went and bought another Allen Heath analog mixing console for like 18, and then I linked up two of my boys to help me wire the thing, and you know what I'm saying? And that's when I just started doing more of my productions in-house and mixing songs. Like I've mixed a lot of my songs, Bounty Killer, Suicide Murder, The Shinehead on the Cuss with King Kong, Rumble Jumble Life, all in my apartment. You know, Burro Banton, everybody voiced it. We put the mic in the kitchen. Shinehead, Nicodemus, Super Cat, Junior Cat, from Dubplate to, you know, Bounty, everybody was there. And it's just how I did a lot of my production. Unless I flew to Jamaica for my label, or we voiced dubplates. And the next artist is an artist that used to come to my apartment and hang out with me all the time. And we miss him, and he was just so cool and such good vibes. You know, we'd have the high grade there, the bottle of white rum, some Guinness, and we just set up, say, yo, boy, Bobby, I take care of the artist good. Just, set up the microphone, boom, in the kitchen. You know, and boom, Nicodemus, Daddy Demus. Wow. On the Truth and Rights Rhythm, Studio One style.
Well, this is a massive sound. Alongside a man called Bobby Kondas, a man called Jabba. Alongside Johnny Asburn, Nicodemus. Anything test them, skull going to bust. Call with Christian in the 96, Lexus. Suckers. Play Father Eaton sound called Massive Sound. Man called Kondas, man called Jabba, and Nicodemus, man called Johnny Asburn. You play with fire, you must get burned. One day you'll learn, one day the table going to turn. But me say 2000 sound them go a sound clash war. 2000 sound them go a sound clash war. One sound come back and don't get a scar. Massive sound come back and don't get a scar. Watch Mr. Condors and lick him SLR. Watch Papa Jabba him a buy down the bar. But say Kingston it pretty, but I know that it's far. Test this a sound, yeah, you know a sound war with him. 2000 sound them go a sound clash war. 2000, you know, Reggie, you know. For me say we love the Almighty. Say we, I will not stop praising him. Say we love the massive sound. Say we got the talk of the town. Say God not sleep, him no wear pajamas. Him no run no one your fence and no ball bout ya. No far, tap up punani, but no member jaja. But you know massive sound like the big bout ya. Like when Mr. Kondas are the world best selector. Me say easy Jabba, you are the manager. He say Nicodemus, you are entertainer. Sylvester Baka, Simon Redder, you're the entertainer. Anything taste the masses, I feel well them corner. And say, come Mr. Demons, you big bout ya. It name 2000 sound, them go a sound clash war. And one sound come back and don't get a scar. Massive sound, come back and don't get a scar. Watch Mr. Kondas and lick him SLR. Me say, while Jabba in the buy down the bar. Kingston is pretty, but I know that before. Because some say me clear, but me black like tar. And say, come Mr. Demus, you a band superstar with him. We love the massive sound. And we are the talk of the town. So we love the Almighty. So we will not stop praising. For me say, God not sleep, him no wear pajama. Him no roll no one your fence or no wall bout ya. No fun about punani, but no member jaja. For you know the Almighty rule bout ya. Because God make man and a God make woman, and God make Eve and a God make Adam, and God make the animals them from the land, and God make the fishes in the ocean. But a long time me a search for the boy Satan, and anytime me book up on the boy Satan, I've been broke him 2 foot and pop him 2 1. You know the kind of sound it a the wicked thing a land. It name 2000 sound and go a sound clash war. And one sound come back and don't get the scar. Watch Mr. Condors, the licky SLR.
One Extra. On road with David Rodigan in New York.
I have to ask you a question. When you've got dubs like that you've just played, how come you refuse point blank to ever enter Soundclash? When you got material like that, you produce records, you knew all the artists. Why didn't you go into the arena?
Well, Massive's B sound like was a juggling sound, and you know, it's just like aside from you, most of the sounds had an MC that was, you know, it became more about the cussing and the yelling and the screaming as opposed to the music.
That's true.
And I was cutting the dubs because I loved it, and I loved the rubber dub sound, you know. And when I linked up with Jabba as a youngster, he was more of a party MC, And we just never really went down that lane. I mean, I grew going to the dances in the 80s, seeing Danny Dreadlocks on King Addies Sound, seeing Burrow and Supercat at Biltmore.
Dub number 3.
This would be dub number 4. That's all right.
Sorry.
It's a long flight.
No. Dub number 4, Bobby Kondas.
On the Stalag Rhythm, Voice and Record Factory, I was hanging out with Burrow and we linked up with these 3 artists in Kingston, Jamaica. Sanchez, Cobra, Ninja Man.
Not a mouse.
Hey boy, massive sound, tell them so we can repaired. Max Wayne,
dead for sure. The boy just dead before the hour 4. Who is this from the outside? I gotta big up Bobby and Jabba, need them send them more. Sanchez, Soundboy life just gone.
Yeah man, a good argument, fabulous chest that Sanchez come do them.
I don't wanna say, big up the youth like Mighty Crab up on my right hand side, I don't know you go see. Massive sound. Hey, listen. Oh, there are lots of sounds in life, some that you may not like. You could be living this minute, next minute you're gone away. Hold up your head now, massive sound. Be conscious, no massive sound. Cause by the works you shall surely be paid. Well, they can't get Grammy Award. Bad man, but none of man no pussy yard. Direct a boy life, go down at the mark. Left from the mark, it end up in a graveyard. Boy, you fix scared, the cabra have gun garage. Why you take record of his Scotland yard? So be the guys of one shot your pump part. And let me friend them, I tell the son. Me all up on the rhythm and me now go let go. Idiot sound boy, me and you the friend. No man no come and rough up. Oh, it's in man when I ring a road. Come back and lick off your pants and your toes. Shut up right from all the different parishes. Shut out your heart, I mean no really. Well them should have know. Better than that, fit disrespect I control. When them a pick up the road, boy, I don't know. This wicked man, boy, your brain going blow. Doctor see your damage and doctor it grow. If him can help, but doctor man answer no. Because we flap wash. Oh yeah. So here I am, just playing with some jumping sounds again. And just when I thought time has set me free, and those thoughts of you keep on. That's why me look at me say, boy, I'm ready for the warden. Oh, you want bad manage pardon? Boy, you never ready for the warden. Oh, you want. Well then, I said, why you must say mad? Side wicked man and come and style me as that. Gunshot you get to find you in a body bag. Then them a wonder where you want him up. People have a run, people get mad. Who not get killed in a binary up. Why you this man you must see mad? Phenomena 1, phenomena 2, phenomena 3. Say abracadabra, me say what me say to me. And who the pan the massive sound of Sanchez D, Mad Cabra and the
David Rodigan in New York.
Bobby Kondas said the hardest thing for him to do was to choose these 5 dubs, and now he's pleading and begging with us here at the BBC at the Ari Jam Studios if he can play 6. What's wrong with you, Bobby?
6. I gotta play 6. You gotta.
Because you were telling us earlier on that you were in your gaff earlier on, and your buddies are saying, what about
John Holt, Sugar Minot, Gregory Isaacs, Bonjour, the Meditations, the Mighty Diamonds. I mean, we have everybody on dub. You know, just blame me. I spent house money on Dubplate. I'm glad my daughter graduated college. Remember one more to go through.
He spent housekeeping money on Dubplates. Bobby, what a massive contribution you've made, not just as a radio DJ, of course, but as a producer and a sound man. Dub number 5.
Dub number 5 is a production off of the Master Beat label. Obviously, a lot of people know this artist and seen me and Burrow run the streets back in the day together, back in Brooklyn and the Bronx. He's back in Jamaica now. But it's Burrow Banton. I put out his greatest hits the other day. And this is a rhythm we put out around 2007. We did a video in Jamaica, and it's on the No Borders rhythm. It's called Better Than Them.
Massive.
Yeah, man, and the veteran Burrow Banton, I tell them straight across the board. It's all about Massive B. Massive B are the number 1 sound global. Massive B just better than them, better than them, better than them, better than them, better than them. Kill them again, better than them, kill them again, kill them again. Hey. move and I go on a massive V. Set the training man, weaker than them, dress slicker than them. Him a leaf and him a root and him a branch and him a step. What takes them? Massive V a two-born legend. Enter the business 75 and that was way back when. What them? Wait, baby banks gang. When Beanie and Busty was just children. If you think I like go ask Massive V, then me used to DJ Steroma from 10 till 10. Volcano Jarrow until the niggle is bent. I'm the governor general, that means I'm in a big friend. Them take the bands and we never take nothing for them. I'm the standard recommended highest grade of the blend. Start round a wackle pen and Ricky 10. Them round a grand spin. Hey, 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 hey. Badder than them and grow rougher than them. All them a move and a go on a massive V. Set the training back, weaker than them, dress slicker than them. Him a leaf and him a root and him a branch and him a stem. We stand up like Daniel in the lion den. Walk alone, that means me no walk with men. Any boy we no rate, we no chat up to them. Girl me no like, can be me girlfriend. Machine me no borrow, machine me no lend. Me lock the Glock and massive dead. We see a children, why obstacle barriers and problem. If a clot violate, you know him get condemned. Cause we better than them, grow rougher than them. All them a move and go on a massive V. Set the training man, weaker than them, dress slicker than them. Him a leaf and him a root and him a branch and him a stem. From the day me band say me a gangster for them. No talking out them face of them is no problem. Stand up out a road and them a peep over me fence. Like them want take the stripe out of me pants lane. Jaja and me guide till I see I'm confident. Me earning all the dollars, them accumulating cents. Some hyping up themselves, them don't have no sense. Away run the shit the lane. And the provident, that mean me better than them, grow rougher than them. All them a move and a go on a massive V. Set the training man, weaker than them, dress slicker than them. Him a leaf and him a root and him a branch and him a stem. What next them? Massive V a two-born legend.
David Rodigan on 1XTRA.
What a brilliant dub. I salute you. A legend from way back when. Burra Banton, your friend, but what a great artist. What a great tone of voice.
Oh, that Rockstone voice. It's just like incredible. And then it's the punchline and the vibes from when he would do, ay, 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 ay. You know, I remember hearing him on cassettes before I knew him. And then actually one Christmas around 1989-90, I went to Biltmore in Brooklyn. Addies was playing, and I saw him in Cap perform, and we linked up, and he came the next day, and it was around Christmas time, and I just said, yo, I want to vice 2 dub, which I'm starting my sound, and we voiced, and from ever that time, you know, he linked me, and then we started voicing tunes around 94. And we did, you know, from Westmoreland Sensei to Take a Set to Better Than Them, and well, he did Boom with this on the Washington on the Diseases Washington session, and this was so many songs. We stay working, you know.
What I'm really getting on this trip here to New York is just how important our music is. When I say our music, the music we've loved since day one, and it doesn't pop up the other day. It didn't pop up in the 70s or the 60s. It was rolling out of Jamaica in the late 50s. This music is vintage, it's deep, it's heavy, it carries a lot of weight. It carries a lot of influence. Bobby, we'll give you your number 6.
Number 6. All right, yo, family, type in family Super Cat. No, just go to the dub. You see the? Let me get over there. Because we'll be up there.
Bobby, we're doing something very special here. I hope the other sounds don't find out that we're allowing you to play 6 dubs.
I won't tell them. I will not tell them.
The whole radio audience will know. It's not a clash, by the way. It is an exhibition of dubplate culture. Bobby, dub number 6, and thank you for joining us at Irie Jam on BBC Radio 1XTRA in New York.
Yeah, it's big about my English family, I already know, but this one, I got to give you a little intro on this one. I got this dub because back in like 1992 or 93, Robert Livingston and Supercat called me. I did some reggae hip-hop remixes, and they did real well in New York. So then they linked me and said, we have a bad song, we want you to remix it. And that was Ghetto Red Hot. I remixed Ghetto Red Hot with Salam Remy, the hip-hop remix. It did great. The hip-hop community loved it. And I just said, yo, done. I'm not pressuring nothing. I just would like a one Supercat dubplate for my sound. You know what I'm saying? So, boom. Let's bust it. Bust the cat, yo.
How are you know how we are run the country? Supercat and Mr. Bobby. Massive song when it's a top celebrity. Yeah. Now special dedication to the man called Bobby Kondas. Respect to the sound called Massive Sound. The company called All Sound Head. Go round the town. What do you hear me? Oh boy. Man, them always a pose up like them think them can test me. Bobby, always a pose up and them know that them we dead and them we bury. Lord boy. Always a pose up like way upon a guy can't fool way. Traffic jam and stoplight it not all way. Come make me tell you say the toll can't hold way. Master God him a go and control way. The dance all matter it a go and roll way. A Bobby Condors a go and call. On better move and come out away. When me say move on no fe move right away because Bobby Condors no ramp or play. Massive sound them no come here so fi play. When them come fi kill right away. We killing from Kingston to your West of Bay. We no play so fi free man we have to get pay. Tell them Mr. Cat him a the boss DJ. Along with Bobby Condors a go and some. About them always a pose up like them think them can't test we. Oh God, man them always a pose up and them know that them we dead and them we bury. Wanna hear me? Cause I'm not ready for see me on no fi ball out Bobby. You ready for see me on no fi ball out Bobby. You ready for see me you ball out than daddy. Tell them massive sound and it around the country. If a boy try something it with the Danbury because Adolf got army pen cemetery. Over jungle down in a Calvary. Shooters hill down in the country. Bobby Condors around the country. Massive sound them a top celebrity. Afraid of no guy and we not afraid of nobody. Because them always a pose up a lie. Them think them can't test we. Oh boy, I'm on them always a pose up and them know that them we dead and them we bury. Wanna hear me? Because all way them fool and no all way. All way no mascot no all way. All way no fool them no stop way. Traffic jam and stoplight it no all way. Come make me tell you say the toll can't all way. Master God and him a guide and protect way. A Bobby Condors and him a go and show way. I said the dub we play it run the country. Post the whole office salute to way. When them say we them a hold them belly. For them always a pose up like them think them can't test way. Man, them always a pose up and we pass them out on the ferry. Wanna hear me? Una ready for see me? Una fi ball out Bobby. Una ready for see we? Una fi ball out Bobby. Una ready for see we? Say them dead and buried. Una ready for see we? Una fi ball out Posse. Una ready for see we? Una fi ball out Posse because killing a guy a simple atrocity. Nobody perplexed with tranquility.
Welcome to the show. Hot, fresh, new, brand new, forthcoming, unreleased, exclusive, embargo. These are just some of the words used to describe the music I play on my weeknight show.
Yeah, Target.
Your daily delivery of fresh new heat. From your favorite artists to the hot new talent breaking through.
Target.
As well as the freshest new music, you'll also get spotlight sessions, hot freestyles, DJ mixes, artist pass-throughs, and exclusive in-depth interviews.
Yeah, Target.
DJ Target.
Big rhythm, big vibes.
Monday to Thursday evenings, 7 till 9 on BBC Radio 1XTRA. Let's go!
David Rodigan in New York. 1XTRA.
As my colleague in Jamaica used to say, Barry G. the Boogeyman, it's not a clash, it's a musical splash, it's a dash. I wouldn't want to clash with some of these guys because they beat me up bad. I've just seen one of the dubs. It's a combination with two artists who are such the prime Premier League. I'd quiver at the thought of these dubs being played upon me. So I'm being the wise guy that I am, and being a fanatic for dubplate culture, I decided to invite some of the top sound systems from New York to the Irie Jam studios so that this night on BBC Radio 1XTRA we could have a sound system exhibition. An exhibition of what makes these sounds so special and why their dubs are so unique. To my right, with the name Earth Ruler, that name alone tells you this is a sound that you would have to fear as a sound system, because if they rule the earth, then what hope have I got or anybody else got? And at the Man-Troll Towers, as they used to say back in the day, Lee Majors himself. Lee, it's great to have you on the show.
It's great and it's an honor to be here, and this is a great privilege for Earth Ruler to display and talk about our story in the dancehall history.
Why did you start a sound system? What does sound system mean to you?
Sound system means a lot to the Earth Ruler family. It was a collective of us that made it to one big sound. His name is General, and he brought all of us together, and it didn't matter where we came from, what culture, what identity, it was all about the music. So we made it one big family.
How many people are in the Earth Ruler family?
Wow. It's
a voice on the right hand
yes,
side.
It's
Genesis. Genesis.
Yes.
Genesis.
How many in the family?
Well, there's so many family members. You're talking Culture C, Pablo, Dredidan, Father Sprocket, Lee Major here, myself, Genesis, Wandan, Stinger, Scorpion, Panther, Marijuana, Jug, Fireblaze, Blue, Cata, Gilly. There's so many of them.
You bust people in, right? When you're playing out.
Sometimes we have to.
I can't wait to hear your dubs. I've just seen a sneak preview of a title of one of them and the two artists, and that alone has got me holding my breath. Lee Majors, please introduce your first dubplate.
People, it's a pleasure once again. This is one of the biggest songs in our box that we have thousands of, but this is one of them that we want to feature, and this is for the masses in the world to know that we appreciate you and we appreciate the life that we live from the Father God that gave us the strength. So this one is called Give Thanks.
And who's it by?
Dennis Brown and Beres Hammond.
Sorry, can you say that again? Who's it by?
Dennis Brown and Beres Hammond.
The Prince.
The Prince.
And the legendary Godfather.
Yes.
Oh, give thanks unto the Lord God Almighty, for he is good, because his mercy endureth forever. So fret not thyself because of evildoers, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as a green herb. Like they shall be cut down by earth's ruler. Earth ruler, earth ruler. Earth ruler's gonna give thanks in the mornings, give thanks in the evenings too. Here's what earth ruler is gonna do. Now, right here now we're taking it easy. Check the steps, we're not in no hurry. You can never have the dubs that earth ruler had. Morning sun rising behind me, stars at night come out to remind me to give thanks for all the things that we have now. Earth ruler is gonna kill them dead before them spread to the foundation that have to go. Kill them dead in the mornings, kill them dead in the evening store. Earth ruler knows what to do. Yes, we're giving thanks. All we've got, we're giving thanks. Whether or not we're giving thanks for the life in a we. Earth rulers giving thanks, yeah. Giving thanks in the mornings, giving thanks. Always, always and forever. We're giving thanks. Whoa. Earth rulers gonna kill them in the mornings, kill them anytime they want to. Kill them there. Yes, we're giving thanks for all we've got, always and forever. Yes, we're giving thanks for everything. Earth rulers gonna kill them there. Rulers gonna kill them dead in the mornings, kill them dead in the evening. Yeah. Tell them come Joe, you sing Georgina.
David Rodigan in New York.
1XTRA. Absolutely incredible. I've got shivers. Dennis Brown and Beres Hammond in the same place at the same time, in the same room.
It's not like Pro Tools, what they're doing nowadays is just the two.
It's not a cut and paste.
Exactly.
It's not a cut and paste.
Well, you can hear it, and that's the difference between a dub that's been voiced in this way and a dub that's been cut and paste.
Yes.
Dub number 2 from Earth Ruler.
Garnet Silk and Richie Stevens.
Yeah, Garnet Silk.
There's only 2 songs in the world can play this.
Jaro and Earth Ruler.
So what's the song called, gentlemen?
It's called Fight Back.
Fight back. Stand up for your rights. Stand up for what you believe and stand up for what you know is right.
Yeah! Now let's give thanks and praise unto the Most High Jah Rastafari. Get on up! Get on up! Garnet Silk and Richie Stevens. Don't let the obstacles of life get you down. Don't let the obstacles of life get you down. Earth ruler. Don't let the things they say and do weaken your heart and conquer you. Just make your sound 1 or 2, and I know Jah will see you through. Cause they all wanna see you fall and stumble along the way, yeah.
yes.
Remember the vow unto righteousness,
to keep
you're the me,
and so you see
that you'll never be defeated.
Use or abuse or treated like a fool.
You're well protected, so spread it around.
Don't back down.
Ditch it to the world.
Get on up, stand up, fight back.
Don't give in, no.
Get on up, stand up, fight back.
Fight to win, yeah.
Get on up, stand up, fight back.
Don't give in, no.
Get on up, stand up,
and don't be a fool this time. No, 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 no. Earth ruler, get on up, get on up. Don't let the things they say and do
weaken your heart and conquer you.
Oh yes, I know your sound is one of two,
and so Jah will see you through.
Cause they all wanna see you fall and stumble along the way, yeah.
But the ruler is great, keep the faith. Jah will guide you day by day.
That is a very special.
Yes, that is a special. That is, I like how you defined it, because people have it mixed up when they say dubplate. Dubplate and specials are two different scenarios.
So there's certainly a difference between a dub and a special. Dub plates are, I hate to coin it this way, but dub plates are expensive 45s.
Right.
Okay, specials are things that are just one of a kind. It only belongs to that sound. They're going to be imitators.
Yes, and there will be other people that will cut it back because they heard you doing something and they want to copy it. But
very much so.
But there's nothing like the moment in time when it happened. And there's clearly two artists in one place again, and that was recorded in Kingston, Jamaica by my special guest on the Sound System exhibition. Earth Ruler are without doubt one of the most revered sound systems in New York. Their reputation goes before them, because before I even clashed in New York, I knew of them and I knew what they were capable of. And what we're hearing is the quality of those unique specials as opposed to dubs.
Correct.
Dub number 3.
Dub number 3 is actually a combination again, and this one is a deadly combination. Okay. This is Tony Curtis and Spragga Benz. This is a Earth Ruler anthem.
Yes.
Yeah, my time come to kill him with that long talking thing. Easy talking and market and dreaded and me Tony Curtis, the little case.
If you cry, I know you cry. This is how you feel. A true love for real.
Yeah, wicked every time. Roll the world entire.
The pressure them now in the melody. Me look and tell them say, a true love murder, a jampanina.
Yeah, not that up.
With some classic dancehall style, driving everybody wild. Well, it's a wonder. You can't come out, yeah. We got to split that will last, and we'll murder you in class. Her Jula the champion, and we no nurse no fan.
I will tell them say, when you say a prayer to the Lord, tell enough family, bye-bye. Everybody have to dead, I know why your time fade. I take your last deep breath. Tell your friend them no cry. You will meet them in a big mansion in the sky. What do? Back him up, shut him up, lick off him head. Long time that the sound they fit dead. Bag him and tag him and push him at the hole. This the Earth Ruler, we left them cool again. Back him up, shut him up, lick off him head. Long time that the sound they fit dead. Bag him, tag him, push him at the hole. This the Earth Ruler, we left that hole.
Nothing but smooth sailing, that's what we gonna do tonight. Earth Ruler, I killed your sound, now walk over tonight. Hey, nothing but smooth sailing, Earth Ruler.
Come on, let's go now.
We're gonna walk over, jumping sound, lead them down tonight.
Kawa, because some fool, them not have no respect. Buffer we bad at them want to step. True from the killing we take a rest. Them a go on like shit. The ruler them want to test. So true that we not laugh, we not grin, we not pet and proud. And a sound system a coulda big bad sound. go chuckling. So forward the head of rule, I got to kill him. What we do? Back him up, we smash him up, lick off him head. Long time that the sound they fit end. Bag him, tag him, push him at the hole. This the air ruler, we left
no
that
competition. We run the island. In the east, west, north, and south. Anywhere we play, we get them out. We are the favorite. Earth ruler bombastic. We got the blitz that to last, and we'll murder you in class. We are the champs.
Draw for your 1-for-1 dub.
What an incredible... Where did you voice that? Can you remember where you voiced that?
We voiced that at Arrow Studio.
Arrow Studio on Linwood Road?
Yes. Arrow Studio, both artists in the studio, Dreddy Dan came up with the idea. I was in the studio too, and he just came up with the idea, let me hear two of y'all put something together. And that became an instant magic.
You've been going since the early 90s. You are Earth Ruler. You are revered. Can you share with us, if you will, the most memorable sound clash that you ever had? I think it's true to say that sometimes when there are lots of other sounds in a clash, it can get a bit higgledy-piggledy, but often when it's like one sound against another or four sounds in the lawn, it gets there's a different perspective on it. So looking back since the early 90s, what would you say was the most revered clash or the most contentious clash? I mean, who gave you a real hard time or who did you really smash up?
Okay, to be honest, I like to give all the sounds that we toggled with during the days, like the LP International, definitely, and the Spectrums and all of those sounds. But the main sound that everybody in the world knows is Addies. I mean, Addies clash was the most memorable clash that I can remember with Earth Ruler. That's a clash that meant so much to our team.
Which year? God, there are several times.
Okay, the first time.
All right.
That's right, 1992, correct?
93.
93, sorry. I'm getting young as you. 1993. And it really started because, Addies to me was the biggest bullies in New York City, and we want to make them know that we're young and hungry and starving. The way that intense with Addies is like, if they was to come here now and they put on a Dubplate now, I'll tell y'all, excuse me, we're gonna clash right now. Because that's how it's not in hate, it's just a musical Brooklyn energy, worldwide energy. Addies,
that is sound system culture.
Yes, that sound system.
It's bred in competition.
Yeah, anytime I see Addies, even if they come in here now, I'm gonna want to clash them. That's how it was, and that's how it is.
Well, there you go. What an answer to that question. Yeah, I can feel the fever already. Probably good that I didn't make this into a clash, actually. I've made it into a sound system exhibition. The Iron Claw of New York, as they say. The Iron Fist of New York. We'll be talking to King Addies a little bit later on. But right now, dub number 4 from the Dubplate box of the mighty Earth Ruler.
Yes, sir. I don't know, sir. Jah vibe is a mystical vibe, because his foundation is in the holy mountains, And glorious things have been spoken of the old city of God. I make mention of Rahab Babylon while I trod, Jah over the gate of Zion, and all the dwellings of Jacob. Let me go to the track, how they not talk. Yeah. And I say big up all the morning from Earth Ruler. Then we Earth Ruler is a dancer cooler. Me major, all of Mr. Bounce King quick. They do it and tell you, yes. Grow from here to yes. Earth Ruler tell them have no fears. I miss a mama beg your wipe your tears. I tell you now, it's not an easy road. How many see the glamour and the glitter, so them think a better rose. Who feels it knows? Lord, help me start steady these blues. Sing now, not an easy road. How many see the glamour and the glitter, so them think a better rose. We say, who feels it knows? Lord, help me sustain. From the minute of birth, you enter this earth, obstacle in your way to overcome first. Throughout every day, they seem to get worse. Oh my God, cast away this curse. Everybody are trying to make every enemy through any weather them endeavor. Lord God, you see, no matter what the world may say out the street, we must have to survive, won't accept defeat. Now I'm weary, tired and dreary. We got no time to rest. Press on now, it's not an easy road. How many see the glamour and the glitter, so them think a better rose. We say, who easy
Extra. On road with David Rodigan in New York.
I mean, do you ever get to let that dub finish? I mean, we've just let it finish because that's the whole point of the sound system exhibition. We allow the dubs to breathe. But normally, when that would be played in a dance, it would be get jacked up. Do you ever play it to its full duration?
Major, how much time that Dubplate scratch up?
I mean,
and have a cut back.
I mean, like, Rodigan, for real and a real, I keep it real in the world. I mean, in Brooklyn in those days, in the 90s, it wasn't like it was the greatest place because the people really just had a musical aggression and a musical vibes. So when these songs played, firecrackers at times happen, you know, little things and those of such not. Yeah, so I mean the way we felt it in the Brooklyn era, it was really honest, and it was just wasn't to harm nobody, but it was just a rejoice. So when those songs like that of that caliber played, forget about it.
Forget about it. Well, we can't forget about it now because we've got it here on the BBC. Dub number 5 from the Dubplate box of Earth Ruler on our sound system exhibition. The big sounds from the Big Apple.
Earth Ruler sound. Yeah. Run things now. Vibe is different. Let it go. So last year, I know. Destiny's a hell of a thing, you know. The greatest thing, man. I wanna rule my destiny. Earth Ruler, tell the world that I wanna rule my destiny. When we say, destiny, mama look from when you call. Destiny, mama look from when you call it. I wanna rule my destiny. Yeah. Tell her let me rule my destiny. Why? Cause Earth Ruler have been blessed, Earth Ruler have been touched. The rubber dove you've got, it gives you so much. Only if you make it out and feel your real and kick up. Yes, it's destiny, don't all and pull that up. Destiny, mama look from when you call it. Destiny, mama look from when you call it. Let me rule my destiny, yeah. Whoa, Earth Ruler, let me rule my destiny, yeah. Oh, it might be rough and so tough, but through the goings hard, we won't be no fraud. We got to hold on tight to make the Eden them stay and fight to. No hypocrite backbiter. We gotta continue doing right, cause that's good, that's so good. Destiny, mama look from when you calling. Destiny, mama look from when you calling. Let me rule my destiny, yeah. I'm telling you, Earth Ruler wanna rule his destiny. Take it away.
Woo! 1 for 1 dub with David Rodigan.
Sound systems have got that on dub, of course. But I've never heard it on that rhythm. What made you choose that rhythm?
That is Father Sprocket and Dreaded and inspiration, in all honesty. A rhythm is named Rockin' Time, originally by Burning Spear, one of my all-time favorites. So the whole idea, the concept of that song.
And the second verse.
And the second verse, the second verse, we'd have to call Dreaded and to talk about that one. But the second verse is magical. It's all stamped Earth Ruler. And for the most part, anything that we play that stamp Buja Banton is all marked Earth Ruler. Earth Ruler is Buja Banton. Buja Banton is Earth Ruler.
Yes, and my story to add on to it, that song, I was told that there was in the studio Buja Banton and Jedidan and Sprocket, and they just came up with the idea, and they put in their collective words into the song, and they made the song. So that's why I was just different, because we're the first one to get that on dub, because it was just like, you Rodigan, you come in here and say, love us rock, and then next you know, we say, all right, put a line here, put a line there, put a line there, and that's how that, then he manufactured it into something beautiful, Buja Banton himself. So, I mean, it was a collective idea.
When big respect goes out to the place called Bronx, Brooklyn, Boston, Fort Lauderdale, and Washington, you like Lee Major and Starkey, Dredadan, Easy now, all massive. Because I know the respect big. Say. 30 kill quick. Somebody go call the owner on the quick. I jump on Mustang in on the hear me quick. Somebody go call the owner people quick. I hold on Mustang in ya. Sound boy time is longer than rope. And tonight we must search out and yo mix up the send in a competition. And can't defend the Bertie what a bam bam. On the quick. Somebody go call the owner people quick. I jump on Mustang in ya on the hear me quick. Somebody call the undertaker quick. I hold on Mustang in ya. See them a bring him out pan the stretcher. Lord him gonna mad down in the freezer. Boy coffee them sound and no crowd pleaser. One earth rule of the crowd ball for. You wicked and you terrible heart fi conquer. Watch how the color take them soul pan fire. On the quick, somebody go call the owner people quick. I jump on Mustang in ya. See them a bring him out pan the stretcher. Lord him gonna mad down in the freezer. Boy coffee them sound and no crowd pleaser. Earth rule of John public ball for. On the quick, somebody go call the owner people quick. I will pan Mustang in ya. Only hear me quick. Somebody call the undertaker quick. I jump on Mustang in ya. Sound boy time is longer than rope. On this earth rule I know we must go to no short cause no big up on ourselves now in a competition. Can't defend it and we say what a bam bam. One earth rule and where you come from. This is not friend and bounty rebel. One earth rule are we well a rebel. And we no favorite kill and we no favorite trample. And why do you trouble your disciple? Earth ruler on the quick. Somebody call the undertaker quick. I hold pan Mustang in your ruler quick. Run the call the undertaker quick. I jump on must. When me say see them a bring him out pan the church. Lord now we gonna mad down in the freezer. Boy got coffee them sound and no crowd pleaser. I heard ruler New York a viper. Earth ruler sound
David Rodigan.
You're supposed to play 5 dubs. They twisted my arm. They got me over a barrel here, and they said they're playing a 6th dub, and it was by Budgie Bantam. Right. What a wonderful, wonderful session we've had with you, Earth Ruler from New York City, from Brooklyn itself. Thank you for sharing these priceless dubs. They are priceless. They are super special, and I know our audience worldwide are really enjoying what they're hearing. Thank you, gentlemen. It's a pleasure.
What is this?
One Extra Talks with me, Reese Parkinson.
So you know little things like that was a big thing.
You need to go home.
I was so defensive.
This is literally the worst choice you've ever made.
Because I didn't see that point.
Make sure you're listening this week. We're going to be talking all about sex.
Oh my God.
From one night stands to faking a you-know-what.
Yes. How dare you?
Nothing is off limits.
Let's just take a moment.
One Extra Talks.
One Extra Talks with me, Reese Parkinson. Tonight from 9 p.m. Listen on BBC Sound.
David Rodigan in New York.
One Extra.
I once said to Tony Screw, Tony, we actually don't need to clash anymore. We don't need to beat each other up. We just need to exhibit what we've got because we've both got some great dubs. And that was a night at the Dub Club in Los Angeles. And that was a night, frankly, I'll never forget.
A lot of people think that whenever you hear Downbeat and Rodigan, it's that.
Because we've got nothing to prove other than the fact that we excel in making special dub plates. We love what we do. It's our passion. So that's why on this trip to New York, I said, you know what? I really want to gather together some of the top sound systems from New York and get them to talk about why sound system culture is so important and also why is being a sound system selector and having a sound system so important. So we had to talk to Tony Screw because one of the reasons Tony's been so successful and is so revered is because he specializes in dubs from Studio One because he had a good close friendship with Coxsone Dodd and Coxsone gave him permission to use rhythms. The end result was that Tony Screw has got dubs that no one can ever get. Tony, great to have you on BBC Radio 1 Extra.
Great thing to establish that word, and thank you for that too, you know. So enough respect, you know, man. We all is here in New York City, and I was really one of the founder. You have some other people was here before me, but I take it to a different level because when I came here, Bullwack sound and those sound was on their way out.
Bullwack is on the way out?
Yes, and another sound named Clinton Neal, who died in Florida years ago, big radio personality. Upset before those sound. Sons Junior, I come and hear them here.
Sons Junior were here?
Yes, and Sir Thomas was here also.
Sir Tommy's.
And, you know, I just take it to a little bit hardcore and persistent in it and share it with a lot of sound. You know, any sound know that I love to share the business talk about it. Even sometimes I sing the vocal for them, even though I can't sing. Like I say, Roddy, you hear me talk about this all the time. 1969, Bob Marley told me that long live for me, and today I'm still living, so and he became the king. You know what I mean? And another dream that I have, I heard a voice, big voice, and I said, this DJ have a wicked voice with Shabba Rankin. I bring him first time in New York for my birthday in 1988, and he got 2 Grammy. That is another big thing for me also.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here, Tony. I know you said a few minutes ago the hardest thing for you to do was to choose top 5 dubs. Dub number 1 from the Tony Screw Downbeat Dubplate box.
Okay, I test Shabba Ranks. Every DJ that come on Downbeat Sound during the years, Bourbon and Peter Metro and all of them, I always test them. Shabba like to do dub for me because I have him freestyler, you know? So I wanted him to do this dub on this rhythm, and I didn't say nothing to him. I just said to him, I want a dub on this rhythm, and this is one take for Shabba Ranks.
It is ridiculous. No sound can test us. Cause everywhere you go, you know, we just have them a wonder about we, you know. Believe, kill and believe, cure. Downbeat is ensure. I made this Shabba Ranks, I make you know, say. Let's keep them wondering start, the best thing you see. Lot of mercy. Downbeat of them a wonder. Oh, them can't get rid of them a wonder. Always still be around of them, I wonder why don't be the champion sound. Him have to get the crown, just have them, I wonder. Oh, them can't get rid of them, I wonder. Always still be around of them, I wonder. Can't put a clamp on the sound. Don't be the champion sound. Because we safe and sound with a solid background. One way in, one way out. No sound in the world can get us out. Them are easy knock out. We know say Downbeat control east, west, north and south. This sweetness we pour it out of them, I wonder. How them can't get rid of them, I wonder. How we still be around of them, I wonder. Don't be at the champion sound. Them have to put on the crown. Me say the people operate we as the true number 1. Anything test we go and give them second. Who want cool and who want? We are gonna show them to the champion pan farm. Ever the young and we show lukewarm. Pointed like the horn of a unicorn. That's why the champion sound can't stop here. We salute the con. Cause them a wonder. How them can't get rid of them a wonder. How we still be around of them a wonder. How don't be the champion sound.
That is just the most incredible dub. Tony Screw, Shabba Ranks on a fatty rhythm, Heptone Studio One. I mean, absolutely brilliant. But you must have just stood there with your mouth open when he did that. One take?
One take, believe me, one take, you know. And great DJ, and one of my favorites, Brigadier Jerry, also one of my favorite 2 DJ in the business.
Tony Screw, dub number 2 in your dubplate basket.
Well, okay, dub number 2. A lot of sound of this artist before Downbeat because I have a hard time getting him at first, and I was introduced to him by one of his schoolmates from Natta Bay, and say, well, Downbeat have to have some dub. And him say, when I come to Jamaica, I check him. This was like 30-something years ago, and me and him became brethren from that time. And this is one of my favorite Barry Salmon dub.
Wicked singer for years.
Thank you, Tony Screw, yes. Thank you ever so much, Downbeat your eyes. See, all the millions and millions of sounds in the world, yes. You can play it for me anytime. Cause I've traveled all over the world and I find no sweeter sound. Play rubber dub like Downbeat. No, there is none. No. So respect to you, Downbeat. Oh, respect every time. And respect me, selector. You must have me by your mind. Now respect to you, Downbeat. Yeah, respect every time. Now respect me, selector. Have me on your mind, yeah. Boy, I thank Jah for you, yeah. Boy, I thank Jah for you, yeah. Downbeat is the wickedest one-away sound in the world, yes. And it feels so good to hear you playing in the dance. sound. You're the sweetest, you're the greatest, and you'll always be around. So respect to you, Downbeat. Yeah, respect every time. And respect me, Selector. You must have me by your mind. Now respect to you, Downbeat. Yeah, respect every time. Respect me, Selector. Have me on your mind, yes. Oh, I thank Jah for you, yes. I thank Jah for you, yes. With all the millions and millions of girls in the world, yes. I'm so proud you only ever asked for me, babe. Let me say when my chips burn down, almost next to world. You were the cushion when I felt bad, you were my nurse. So respect to you,
Respect to
baby.
you, Downbeat. That dub, I mean, the quality of the dub. Where did you voice that?
Vice at Barry Salmon Studio. One Sunday evening in Jamaica, me and him alone and the engineer in the studio.
Up on Stony Hill.
As a matter of fact, I don't know why I cut it out, but some of the CD that I have the old full intro. I'm the one who intro that song. And that's why you say thank you, Tony Screw. You know? So these things is just vibes in the studio, you know, but great artists, you know what I mean? I think maybe I am one of the first someone who actually put him on original Studio One rhythm.
Why was it that you were able to gain access to these exclusive cuts from Mr. Dodd?
I was introduced to Mr. Dodd by a brethren that died years ago named Brad's Record. I think one of the best record shop ever in New York City.
I found some great records there myself.
Yes, and Brad's, I remember one day, every big producer, I would say, come to New York. They come to Brad's, you know, and Brad's rate me so much that every time he always see me, always carry me upstairs to let me hear songs. So one day I was in the store, and Mr. Dad walk in the store, and him said to Mr. Dad, "See the youth we have more tune on you." Just like that.
And what did Coxon say? Coxon does.
Mr. Dad does laugh. I don't know, Mr. Dad is such an easy man. And then I started to talk to Mr. Dad and told Mr. Dad that I have a little sound that I want to bring out named Downbeat, but I want you to endorse it. And I decided that I won't call the sound Downbeat until I meet you.
Ah, until you met him.
So Mr. Dad said, okay, that's good. That's all right. So I said, no, I don't want to know it's good. I want you to sign something. He was there standing a little bit and say anything, even in my hand middle, you know. So I hold out my hand middle and have a marker pen, and he wrote Downbeat International in my hand middle. And it was coming on to Christmas, and I never forgot that time I put out my first flyers and say Downbeat International.
Blessed by Coxon Dodd himself.
3 weeks after Mr. Dad leave New York, I think it was a blessing. I get my first dub plate from him from Jamaica. 6 songs on the dub. 3 songs, it was all rhythm. It's after that, you know, I never stop nag him. That's the word. You know, I just nag him. Every time I hear a song that I feel I never ask him about and I say to him, he never said no. You know, and that's how I get up.
So if you don't ask, you don't get. And he obviously respected you and had you down as a brother. So he gave you permission and he gave you the cuts.
Right.
And then you were able to voice the dubs, and the rest, as they say, is history. Dub number 3 from your basket, please.
Yes, sir. We had a dance, 1984, for the crowning of the biggest sound in America. And my arrival them was African Love in the Bronx and Papa Moke from New Jersey. Dangerous sound. And we had a big clash, and I decided to go to Jamaica and not taking no chance. I took him and I said, half pint, I want you to sing this tune. And he says, I'm hoarse. And he didn't want to sing the tune, you know, and give thanks to King Jamis, because King Jamis boots him up a little bit and say, don't beat them on their first play in America, and him think, and King Jamis is a good friend. And I told half pint on it. And I said, vice it, man, and him vice the tune. He didn't want to take no money from me. And I decided, I say, I don't want to take no money, so I give him $100 US and say, I'm going to buy you lunch then. And ever since that time, me and him came a good friend. I told him that I was going to make this double, maybe my #1 dub special, and Shiny that do the vocal for African Love Song, Billie Jean. But the problem in the 90s when the clash, Shiny was DJing for my sound. And I have this half pint of the dub and nobody know that. So when I play this tune the night, it was all over. Believe me.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh, whoa. If I don't beat alone, if I don't beat alone, from the New York era, from the New York era. Take the bus, take the plane, take the bus, take the train. Come, I don't beat tonight. Come make a rocket till broad daylight. Whoa, 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 whoa. Babe, I don't beat alone. Babe, I don't beat alone. From the New York era, from the New York era. The one Santana, the one shining. Papa's crew as a selector in the era. Whoa, Lord, rock it over. Ooh, yeah. Babe, I don't beat alone. Babe, I don't beat alone. From the New York era, from the New York era. Special request to the man called Cisco. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh, whoa, yeah. Whoa, babe, I don't beat alone. Babe, I don't beat alone. From the New York era, from the New York era. Tick and attack, I miss around the clock. But don't beat, baby, say dance off a block. We don't mean to brag, I say we don't mean to boast. Don't beat the reggae music the most. Oh yeah, whoa, don't beat bouncer. Whoa, Lord. Babe, I don't beat alone. Babe, I don't beat alone. From the New York era, from the New York era. The man called King in the era. Whoa, me say him beat out yassa. Whoa, and I have fight up the microphone stand. Sing this I want to New York fans. Oh yeah, whoa, babe, I don't beat alone. Babe, I don't.
That was Half Pint. There's a very young Half Pint. I remember being Barry G playing him on the radio around that time because he was just rising up.
Yes.
What an incredible dub. What a brilliant rhythm, that Lee Perry rhythm.
Yeah, and it was mixed by King James himself.
Mixed by the King.
And James catch a fever. And as soon as I come to New York, King James make a version of it. And Half Pint sing a tune name. The girl is a Scotcher.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I did that one in Dubplate too, but no people don't hear me play that one. But I did it in Dubplate to the Half Pint. You know, it's a long history, you know.
Voice the King Jam is in Jamaica.
Yeah.
The Tony Screw Downbeat Dubplate box. Dub number 4, please, Tony.
Group Silvertones. I actually bring them in dubplate business.
Oh, so they hadn't voiced any dubs before you?
No. This dub that I'm playing for the Silvertones is like a Japan anthem. It's no sound of the special, and no sound can play the rhythm.
Downbeat the champion. Downbeat the ruler. Sounds may come and sounds may go. This little sound, boy, you should know. I don't care just what they say, but forever I will say, downbeat sound will be the king. Come around sound don't mean a thing. Oh, please play for me, great downbeat. Oh, please, great downbeat. You sound fresh and they sound old. When they play, the dance get cold. You play dubplates all night long. They just play the same old song. Downbeat, you're here to stay. All jump and gonna clear the way. Oh, please play for me, great downbeat. Oh, please, great downbeat.
David Rodigan in New York.
I've never heard that rhythm before. This rhythm was obviously a Studio One rhythm.
Yes.
Right? So who sung the original vocal on it?
Light Trauma. Sang them Things Going Wrong.
He sung that on Studio One.
Yes.
Things Going Wrong, Studio One,
Yeah.
Lloyd Chalmers. Right, put that on my wants list. And you asked the Silvertones to voice Diana as a dubplate.
You know something? Actually, I never asked them to do Diana. They have another song on the rhythm that Mr. Dad released on a 12-inch named Down by the Shore, which I did have that song too. And when the song came up to me, I said, Mr. Dad, but I love it.
So, dub number 5.
Glenn Washington was an artist that I bring to Studio One, 1996. And most of the songs them that I did at Studio One, I bring him to Studio One to voice him to let Mr. Dad actually hear him. And especially end up became Records.
Okay.
Producer. And I have like 100 and something Glenn Washington dub. I just let out my secret. He's my friend.
Just 100, Tony?
Yes. And but this is one of my favorite dub.
Exclusively can only be played by Downbeat Sound. I Glenn Washington says so. Downbeat Sound, the number 1 sound. Downbeat Sound play all over. Sound boy turn over. Downbeat kill so many dibby sound. Yes, we dub them out, throw them down to the ground. And when a sound boy try to test Downbeat Sound, you know they'll get thrown down. Put another dub on the turntable and let a sound boy fry. Put another dub on the turntable. Downbeat Sound is so strong, a sound boy can't last long. Put another dub on the turntable. Another dibby sound boy die now. Put another dub on the turntable. Sun won't shine on a dibby sound boy house stop. The plate is falling. Another sound boy Downbeat will flop. Tony Screw has made a lifetime commitment, and he means every single word. You hear what I say. Downbeat will never ever let you down. Good music will always be around until forevermore, and the massive will be satisfied for sure. Put another dub on the turntable and let a sound boy die now. Put another dub on the turntable. Downbeat Sound is so strong, a sound boy can't last long. Put another dub on the turntable, and idiot sound boy must cry now. Put another dub on the turntable.
David Rodigan.
David Rodigan.
1 extra.
It's listening to dubs like that from Glenn Washington that just reminds me why this whole sound system culture thing is so special. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know of a music scene that does what we do or did what we did before we did it. I don't know of a scene. And that's why we had sound systems with followers, sound systems with crowds following them, rooting for them like football teams, like boxers. Because as Earth Ruler said earlier on, and Bobby Kondas, what makes this thing special is the fact that these selectors go to so much trouble to be creative. They're not singers, they're not artists, they're not necessarily even musicians. But we have such a passion for the music that we want to create something so special that when it's played in a public place, we hear, see and feel the response. Whether it's a dance in Brooklyn, a dance in the Biltmore Ballroom, or a dance in Lewisham in South London with Saxon. We are looking for that forward, and the forward is what gives us joy. And you're giving us a lot of joy here tonight, Tony. And it's only because you're a really nice guy that I'm going to let you play one more dub instead of 5.
No problem. And you know, and I want to say big up all the sound them all over the world. And I'm about to play an artist here that I asked one English guy. I just keep in touch with England. That's me, you know, to
that's true. You've always done that.
You know,
You've always kept
find out what's going on in music business. You know, that's a good sound, man. So I call a friend of mine and I say the thing new come out. And he says, well then, a little song come out to the guy named Bitty McLean. First time I hear about Bitty. And, you know, but he didn't talk to me like the song was really punching. So I say to him that, let me hear it. And as he started, I said to him, tell you what, buy 50 copy for me. Serious. And when he bought the 50 copy for me, I get it and I come to New York and this guy named Carly B. Maxey come on the radio. I gave him 2 copy and a 45 for 3 weeks and he was playing it. So one day I was outside a Moose record shop on a Saturday and he called me just before his show started and he said to me that, Downbeat, I'm getting so much requests for that song. Should I give you credit for the song? So I say, no, that's all right, a little shy. Then something in my mind, I say, well, if you wanted to give him credit, why should I say no? So he played the song, and believe you me, my phone never rings so much. That day I sell about 40 copies that day. I have them in my car trunk. Never asked nobody to buy any. People just calling me. I took it from here, went to Germany, in Hamburg. Then I leave from Germany, Switzerland. Then I go to Japan, and it was history after that. But I'm not going to play that popular song today.
No, because we all know what it is, Walk Away From Love.
I'm going to play my favorite bit of and a special rhythm.
Little sound, little sound, little sound, boy. Don't ever try to test the ruler. You try and you try, but you can't get downbeat out your mind at all. Hear you cry, 'cause you realize to test downbeat your own. Sound boy, you're old. Sound boy, you're old. To ever test downbeat sound, oh, downbeat ruler sound boys. Test this. You won't live low, and little sound, little sound, little sound, boy. Little sound, little sound, little sound, boy. Don't ever try to test the ruler. Test the ruler. Downbeat is the ruler. Will make you cry. We won't apologize when sound boys start to fall. When the plates start to fly, that's gonna be the time a sound boy loses soul. 'Cause you know you were wrong. Sound boy, you're wrong. How could you ever test downbeat sound? Oh, there's only one ruler. Test this sound, you won't live low. Live low, live low. Don't test downbeat sound.
In New York with David Rodigan.
BBC Radio 1 Extra, a sound system exhibition, not a clash. We've lined up some of the top sound systems in New York, and we're talking to the owners, the founders, and the selectors about why it is that sound system and dubplate culture is so important, not only in New York, but worldwide. It is a style of playing that was invented and created by reggae DJs. DJs who are so passionate about what they play, they go to any lengths to get things that nobody else has got. And when it comes to getting things that nobody else has got, I have to tell you, there is a sound system from New York who, in my experience, will always get dubs that no one else has got. They are the renowned, revered Iron Fist of New York, King Addies. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you, this is a rare moment in time because the founder of the sound, Mr. Eaton himself, has actually joined us here in New York. Mr. Eaton, seriously, it's a real honor and a privilege to have you on the show and the rest of your team. I know Neil Diamond and Killer Boo because you are a foundation sounder, because Babyface and Danny Dread from back in the day, but what you've done for the music, what you did for sound system and dubplate culture was absolutely unique. Why was it so important to you to found and develop a sound system?
It's my love for the music, and I just want to be different. Like, I strive for excellence. So
you always wanted to go the extra mile. I remember playing with King Addies in Clarendon, and I just stood there taking the punches because the dubs that Babyface and Tony were playing were like, they've got this on dub already. It only came out 5 minutes ago. It only came out last week. Yeah. They've already got it on dub. You had stuff on dub before it was even hitting.
Yeah, I pursued everything. I just want to be the best. That's what I strive for.
Let's hear the first of your top 5 dub plates.
This one is Azod. This tune, the Azods are really made for. I was playing Black Scorpio, and he was everywhere killing people with Azod, and I said I couldn't play him without getting it. So Babyface went to England, and
Babyface went to England to get it.
Yeah, to get it.
All right. What do you call that? A special? You're having a laugh, Babyface, having a laugh, mate. This is the original London style. This is Aswa with Babyface in the place with Addies sound. That sound over there, what a bunch of wankers. Get them off.
Babyface, you run things, you know. Brigisty, Lord have mercy.
Addies sound are the number one. Addies sound are the dangadan. So pack up your foolish tin fan sound. No bother check this, no bother turn around. Addies sound are the number one. Addies sound are the true champion. So pack up your foolish crapper sound. Babyface, I hear with the crown. Ooh yeah. Them a come a New York with test at this sound, but them leave with them head on the ground. Ooh yeah, all over the world, all over the world, all over the world. Hear me now.
What happened when you played that against Jack Scorpio?
It was, the place was upside down.
Where was the clash?
It was in Biltmore.
In the Biltmore Ballroom. I had the honour of playing with you in the Biltmore Ballroom back in 1991. It was an amazing night. When did you found the sound system, and why did you call it King Addies?
The system was found by my cousin, Addy. Adolf Sean is his name, but his friends call him Addy. So it was originally Addies Hi-Fi.
It was originally Addies Hi-Fi because that was his name?
Addy, so Addies Hi-Fi.
So you had a sound system, speakers, boxes, everything, of course?
Yeah, we had everything. But we got the name from killing so much sounds. The people crowned us king. We wasn't self-proclaimed.
You weren't? You were crowned.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've heard an Aswad dub. We've got 4 to go. Dub number 2, Mr. Eaton.
This one is one of my favorites. Ras Michael. Nobody's
you
playing.
You got Ras Michael on
Nobody's
dub?
Playing, so.
You've got Ras Michael on dub.
Yeah, we gonna play it right now.
Yes, big up King Addies. Father Eaton, Selector, A1, Kingpin, Killer Boo, Smoogie, Ras Michael, Sesso. Ja. him play that dub, son boy, I cry. King Addies are the baddest song alive. When him play that dub, yeah, son boy, I cry. Yes, he wipes your weeping eyes. This is the song that ain't tell no lie. King Addies are the baddest song alive. When him play that dub, your son boy, I cry. King Addies are the baddest sound alive. When him play that dub, your son boy, I cry. For in the dance hall, King Addies reign. When the people dance, they feel no pain. So King Addies are the baddest sound alive. When he play this song, boy, I cry. King Addies are the baddest sound alive. Whoa, when he play this song, all other sound cry. Yes, King Addies sound, body sound alive. Iras Michael says so. Selectors, Father Eaton, here one. Kingpin, Killer Boo, Smoogie. I say so.
I'm speechless. I never knew you had that on dub. That is an incredible dub. Ras Michael and the Sons of Negus. Dub number 3.
It's tenor, sir.
No, don't just say it like that. No, this is the thing. Like, Mr. Eaton is notoriously shy, reserved. You just talked about tenor, so.
So tenor, sir, is a special artist because he was like good friends. So he was always, I see him every day when he's in America, and he was always. It's so weird. We could have more tenor, sir, but you know when you have an artist, you see them every day. So, he's always here. So it's a miracle we had so much, you know. For a minute, it was such a good friend. We took him for granted. Not his talent, but just he's going to be there. So
okay, let's hear it. Tenor on dub.
Amingo, I think I killed the sound before. Sound look good, yes, your sound look good. A sound look good, but them Dubplate not ready. Them not ready. Try to test a king, but you done dead already. Yeah. A sound look good, but you Dubplate not ready. Them not ready. You try to test a king, but you done dead already. Yeah. Yes, your box look good, but your bass can't hold we, can't hold we. Try to test a king, but you tweet and a steady. This is what you must do. Listen, Papa Hardy, sweeter on the melody. Listen, Hardy, hi-fi, runner on the bass line. Yes, listen, Papa Hardy, sweeter on the bass line. Every time, listen, Papa Hardy, moving along the line. Yeah. Oh, you sound look good, but your bass them not ready. Them not ready. You try to test a king, but you done dead already. Your backs look good, but your bass can't hold we, can't hold we. Everything you're trying, but you done dead already. You say you want to beg us a chance, yeah. You say you wanna come back in the dance, come back in the dance. You say you wanna beg us a chance, now, now. You say you wanna come back in the dance, but I said no, 'cause I killed this man before. I said no.
David Rodigan in New York.
One Extra.
So let's bring us up to speed now, Mr. Eaton. The sound of King Addies now. What's been happening? How do you see the scene at the moment, and how do you see the future of sound system?
Yeah, we have a lot of young selectors now, but they very talented, and it's no way but up to go. You know?
No way but up. Killer Boo, you're yes. One of the young selectors.
Yes, I'm trying to remain as young as possible.
Are you enjoying it?
Yes, I am, definitely. I must say Addies is a family, like Father Eaton said, and of course everybody around tries to, bring out the best in each other for the song.
Who are you looking to voice? Who, if you could go and voice Dubs next week, who would you be reaching out to voice? What do you think of people like Coffee and Savannah and the new artists that are coming, Lila Ike, Protege?
Yes, we have some of them. We have Lila Ike already on Dubplate.
You've got Lila Ike already on Dubplate.
Yes, but of course there's more to get, and Coffee, so just to be up to date and to stay ahead of everybody else, and because people are always expecting new things from King Addies, and for King Addies to present things first, so we try to keep up with that.
What was the biggest Dubplate clash that you ever won? And there's one that I can think of, but I don't know if it's going to be the one that you're going to talk about. The biggest Dubplate clash in the history of King Addies.
The one I would talk about is the one we didn't win, where we think we should have won, Addies and Jaro. In Portmore in Jamaica.
Exactly. And that's
the dance.
That was the dance. That's the history.
A lot of politics, but if you listen to the tunes as a sound man, but we lost. They say we lost. So,
but you were the New Yorkers that went down to Jamaica, so you were always going to get a hard time.
I've never seen an experience like this. Old ladies waving Jamaican flag. It's every. Before the dance, before the music actually started playing, it was nothing but Jaro. Dance. One record didn't play. It was.
I remember the cassette everyone was talking about. It was the most talked about clash probably of all time.
Yeah, they say it's the biggest clash, but Jaro haven't played us since.
So dub number 4.
Ninja Man and Bounty Killer.
Ninja Man and Bounty Killer.
This was a song that was. This was Dubplate that made into a song after the fact. Green Sleeve put it on record on 45 after the effect they hear and it added the dance off.
Hear this! Hey! I know some sound boy going to play a tune. Well, Addies the first sound come from farm with one suitcase of US, 230 case of pound and said, yeah, hear me? Bounty Killer and Ninja Man. You're now recuperated and signed it to done this special. This one international tune. Oh, wait, ask the Bounty Killer.
People dead.
Hey!
Not a mercy. King Addies make you wicked, so. Not a mercy. New York, Bronx, Brooklyn, and Queens jump down the world of people. Big up. Easy baby face who shot boy in time when she was lace. Ninja Man murder the whole nation.
Oh, man. Peanut man in the 1, peanut man in the 2, peanut man in the 3, peanut man in the... Man, me get me foot, them fi run. Get me and me pick up everything where they are gone. Get me finger, fi bust me gun. So boy no run, then go gun give you gun. Boy no run, Bounty Killer give you gun. Boy no run, when I did that give you gun. Boy no run, baby faith give you gun. Come in Bounty Killer, ya me shooting son.
And there's no Cub Scout, we no just get we cute. For we pop off we gun to your head we a shoot. We no Cub Scout, we no just get we cute. This baby face we give you a boat suit. And no lie me a tell, just take this as the truth. If you believe your body, don't step on me boot. Have me be fools with me, no me know. Me not go investigate, me a pop off and shoot. Me we kill off the young, me we shut up the crew. Me no care if a dang a coulda done or do. We are heartless and fearless, merciless youth. Them be ninja come murder the brute.
When my talk say bout me, they bring up the mercy. Where them my talk say, no then get me no we be in the boy no run. Then go gun give you gun, boy no run. Bounty Killer dog, you gon' the car. Pepper me, ready fi bun. Go tell the jump and sound, nobody come. Pepper me, ready fi bun. Some at this gully, they will play, see them wine no run.
Boy, see me gun, but it can't run out, fly through that buck. Head drop a gun, I am the brain, we no see where that done. But them we tired, them find them in a jump. Shoot them up or kill them and jam down. Anyway, we buck them life I don't done. And this you know we kill some boy fi fun. Bounty killer and ninja bust the gun. Step in ninja come murder the sun.
Talk and done, we say we talk and done.
Oh gosh, what a dub!
This one killed Earth Ruler.
It killed Earth Ruler, the Iron Fist of New York, the legendary King Addies in New York for BBC Radio 1, our sound system exhibition with the top sounds here recorded at Arijam Radio. It's what a dub. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? That you can't replicate that. That can't be reproduced. That's a moment in time. Priceless.
That's true. Priceless.
And you're just standing here like it's nothing, is it? You're as cool as a cucumber.
I just love the music, and I don't like to lose.
Wow. So, we've got time for... Well, actually, we're going to let you play 6 dubs, so you got 2 to go. Dub number 5, Mr. Eaton.
Super Cat. That's my brother. Don't really like doing dub plates, if you know that.
No, he doesn't.
He'll come and say, we're going to do something, and we go to the studio. I never have a never know he's coming, never know what to expect. He just show up and say, let's go do some tunes.
Murder style! Woo! Well, you have to be a select them things up so no matter where you done go and dance up down into the drop out tail or side or front tool or bottom of the sci-fi digging the hole deeper than the ocean. Dig him all out the water. Wanna hear that? We them one for it up. This are the dark sound and them a pick it up. From in a Brooklyn state where them pick it up. When down the dread in all the place and them a ram it up. And baby face in all the place and them a rip it up. And when it nice crowd that people call it fabulous. Say dan da da dan da dan da da dan da da dan da da. For y'all of the sound me say Addies a the dada. And alone not like that go suck out your damn da beard your whole family. Drink off the water hear me now dope. Say dog eat to the supper. I test on the coffee test on the better keep it and no bother. A boy try something now we kill it more quicker. This sound ya coffee stop like a Tarzan dagger. This sound ya coffee choke them like a Satan maca. This sound ya coffee lick like a nuclear power. This sound ya coffee lick like a Sterling chopper. You know say Danny Judge a man is spitting out fire. You sleep on wire, we will sleep in fire. You sight the dog out and you have to take cover. Go. Jaman away them walk. Me say that Addies hi-fi up a boy. And if you cough up yourself we are gonna mash you up. For down the dread in all the place we go pull you up. And baby face in all the box and me ma dig it up. And Miss a cat in all the place we go ram it up. And Miss a demon step out your figure story you up. Say dan da da dan da dan da da dan da da dan da da. For y'all of the sound me say Addies a the dada. Hear me now dope. I tell you no say no bother. If I test on the coffee test on the better keep it and no bother. I tell you this a youth where the jungle is follow. I tell you this a sound where the spanglers follow. I eat on the bout y'all load up the chalwa. Hear me now dope. We are the dog dada. They use them in a Canada, London and America. Say that are the hi-fi, it a high power. A boy try something and we does it forever. Tell them it's a cat. The dog dada baby face and Danny Judge and them born a selector. Spitting out fire and spitting out water. Anywhere we go the whole place catch a fire. 5 for 5 for 5. Jaman away them want to up. Me say that is hi-fi, I be up. And if you fuck up yourself, you're gonna mash you up. You better run out here before we tear you up. Say dan da da dan da 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 da. For y'all of the sound, me say that is da. Hear me now, don't keep it on the bother. I tell you this a sound when the jungle is follow. I tell you this a sound when the spanglers follow. Jaman me say the way them want to go it up. But I better open up the door and make him run out.
You don't upset me. Because you know I thought I was the only guy I had that done for many
years.
That's why I
said I was going to play it, so I wasn't trying to be sneaking. I could have saved it to one day we playing, but I wouldn't do that. So I tell him we definitely going to let you know we got it today.
Oh, that's priceless.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, that's the thing. Look at the joy. I'm getting joy out of it. I'm getting joy out of it because that's what it's all about. The joy that this music plays. Don Dada. Super Cat. So, please, and your final farewell to your listeners on BBC Radio 1 Extra. Say your fond farewells and tell us what the sixth dub is.
This is not 2009, but 2019. Boja Bantan.
On dub. In 2019.
Sound feel and fight about Addies the King is a man. The Kingpin sound man, the Killer Bass sound man, the Top sound man, King Addies rock. Every time we play the dance all block. Hear this, a bunch of Bantan man. This is not 2009, this is 2019. Come in. Make sure the car the ambulance took a boy over there. Lord of mercy. Addies sound rock. No Addies on the sound of make the whole massive rock. A Brooklyn rock. From who don't know about trash and about just big gunshot. No Addy are the man who was the real top of top. Then China man from Africa, Gully Black, who run try and scan TD non-stop. Prospect Park and the whole city lock. When you talk about Father Eaton, you have to remember new lots. Remember new lots, you know, say remember gonna dance and from you. Remember gonna baby face step on the match. And from you remember baby face Danny Dread that. So you remember Danny Dread, winter fresh and Mataran. Oh, say you feel this, so make we tell you what I'm going. Turn off your soul, make Addies smash up the land. A long time we there from the Diamond Band. A 90s and 30s, 40s and bus can. All heap of things me say used to go and see Addies still there and dance all and I keep it warm. Addies sound rock. I'm on the road about Josh and about just big gunshot. Not a mercy. A Brooklyn rock. Some boy band right here so them don't know about that. Full and idiot, boy, go take up my dance and I don't know how fit shot. You throw the pan Addies and you get the real rock. Me 90s and 40s and 50s bus shot. Tune into the man them from round and the place can you last. Pennsylvania Avenue A and Avenue B block. Tune into both. Stop it!
Well, what about that? An amazing 2 hours. I hope you thought it was amazing. I certainly did, although I was there because I'm slightly biased. But, well, the music spoke for itself, didn't it? Absolutely amazing. Thank you to King Addies, to Tony Screw from Downbeat, the Earth Ruler team, and Bobby Condors for sharing those super special dubs that, well, you just won't hear anywhere else. Absolutely brilliant. And I'd also like to extend my most sincere thanks to Irie Jam Radio and their team there for allowing us to catch up with all these amazing sound killers at their station, Irie Jam in Queens. And you can check out the track listing, of course, on BBC Sounds. If you haven't got that app, you need to get it. It's brilliant. It's almost 9 o'clock, and that means One Extra Talks with Reese Parkinson and DJ Edu's here tonight at 10 through to 1 with the hottest sounds out of Africa. The One Extra team have told me to finish on a high. They've asked me to play 2 of my most treasured dubplates, so fair enough. You're about to hear reggae music from Barrington Levy and dubplates playing in the ghetto from Johnny Osborne. Have a peaceful night, and thank you for listening.
When 2 sounds goes to war, only Rodigan gonna wear the crown. And it's my sound, not your sound. The Rodigan sound is the champion sound. What? Touch it. That's right. You better watch yourself. Watch yourself. You better watch yourself. Some boy, Rodigan no in on a fuss and fight. The plate is what is killing you tonight. Rodigan no in on the lay. Sweet reggae music, what Rodigan play. Sweet reggae music, what we love. Sweet reggae music. Sweet reggae music. Sweet, come not it, come make we nice up the dance. Young girls, come make we jump and prance. Sweet reggae music with the Rodigan play. Sweet reggae music where the people them want. Any song come try and test the Rodigan. Gonna get defeat right now. So you better watch yourself. Sweet shang long long diddling 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 dong. Sweet reggae music with the Rodigan play. We
Buenas noches, amigos. Senor, if you come to speak, speak. If you come to shoot, shoot. But if you come to speak, we will shoot. I don't know David Rodigan, the original sound murderer. Dubplate's playing in the ghetto tonight. We're gonna rock you tonight. Rodigan gonna rock you tonight. Murderer, and when them play a 45, that's a murderer. And if them play a LP, that's a murderer. And when them play a Dubplate, that's a murderer. Murderer, Rodigan a murderer. Oh Lord, murderer, Rodigan a sound killer. Oh Lord, and if you trouble Mr. Rodigan, murderer. And if a 4 sound clash, him a murderer. And if a 3 sound clash, we a murderer. And when a 2 sound clash, we a murderer. We say the attack, the battle, the sweet, the victory. Rodigan no come to tell no long story. We're gonna rock you tonight. Rodigan no rock you tonight. We're gonna rock you. We're gonna rock you tonight. Rodigan rock it tonight. Rodigan playing in the ghetto tonight. We're gonna rock you tonight. Rodigan rock you tonight. Rodigan win another song clash tonight. Gonna rock it tonight. Rodigan rock you tonight. Hey, me operator, tell me how do you feel? Won't you play a rubber dub style for me? Here, Mr. Rodigan in category. You know some sound can't play them your style. Everybody's talking, oh, Roddy rocking, Rodigan rocking.
Thank you very much, David Rodigan.
Every massive talking
in New York.